Welcome to the Pathfinder's Codex. A viewer recently asked what is the first step to drawing a predicted orbit of a small object around a larger object. So let's use a shader to draw the orbit in Godot. The shader code will handle taking in the state vectors and the masses of the objects and determining the elliptical or hyperbolic trajectory. A bunch of this code is for drawing the objects and the state vectors, but only a few lines are actually responsible for calculating the orbital trajectory. Let's keep it simple and use a texture rect node to draw the simulation. We'll draw the center object and the orbiting object using basic circles. Then we'll draw the state vectors of the smaller object so that we know where it's moving. These vectors will be connected to sliders so we can adjust the position and velocity relative to the center object. Once the code is in place and the slider signals are connected up, we can start to visualize the orbit based on where the object is and where it's heading. Keep in mind that not all orbits are closed ellipses. If an object reaches escape velocity, then the orbit opens up into a hyperbolic trajectory. You'll see that in the demo when the orbit lines turn blue. There's also the parabolic trajectory, which we'll draw in yellow, but for our purposes we'll just assume it's on an escape velocity and it'll never return. One last note here. This solution might not work for your game, depending on how you're moving the objects or if you're using the built-in physics in Godot. Drawing an orbit in this way is easy enough, but using the predicted orbit to calculate impacts and collisions would be much more difficult. That's a topic for another day. You can find the code for this project on our GitHub, and I hope you check it out. Let me know if you have questions or comments, and thanks for watching.